Hi, today I would like to show you regarding GST on delivery order, which is 21 days rules. During GST processor, the system will detect all delivery orders that are still outstanding at the end of the taxable period. It will detect DO have not been transferred to invoice, or DO have been transferred to invoice but not within 21 days. You will be required to generate journal entry on the DO date to account for output tax. In the subsequent taxable period or later taxable period, on the date of invoice where such DO are transferred to, a reverse journal entry will be generated to offset the total output tax posted from the invoice. I will do an example in order to explain GST on delivery order. We assume current month is August. I will create two DO on August. The DO1 is created on 20th August and the DO2 is created on 21st August. The DO1 will be transferred to invoice on 5th of September, which is within 21 days, and the DO2 will be transferred to invoice on 25th of September, which is more than 21 days. So now I will create these two DO. Kindly go to Sales and click Delivery Order. Create a new delivery order. We assume that this DO1 will be issued to our standard customer, and the item will be goods standard. The quantity we assume is 5. And we also assume that we issue this DO1 on 20th August with 6% GST and click Save. And then create for DO2. We also assume DO2 will be issued to our standard customer. And the item is also a good standard. We assume the quantity is 2. DO2 we assume that we issue on 21st of August with the 6% GST and click Save. So now we will go to Invoice and transfer these two DO. Kindly click Sales, click Invoice, create a new invoice. So we will transfer from DO1. Kindly click Transfer Document, transfer from Delivery Order, and check the DO1. We will transfer the full documents and click OK. We assume that this DO1 will be transferred to invoice on 5th of September. So this invoice will be transferred from DO within 21 days. Kindly click Save and then create another invoice. Also transfer from Delivery Order. We transfer the DO2. We assume that this DO2 will be transferred to invoice on 25th of September. So DO2 transfer to invoice will be more than 21 days. Kindly click Save. Now I will show you AutoCount will detect DO that transfer to invoice which is transfer more than 21 days. When you run your GST processor for August taxable period, the system will detect DO2 which is transferred to invoice more than 21 days. We assume that now is the end of September, so we will run the GST processor for August taxable period. Kindly click GST and click GST processor. Kindly click New in order for you to run for August taxable period. Welcome to the GST processor wizard. Kindly click Next until GST on delivery order. This is GST on delivery order. So the outstanding DO here will short out DO2 because DO2 is transferred to invoice more than 21 days. Since our system will automatically generate a journal entry on the DO date to account for output tax, So you may just click Next to continue. Kindly click Next until completing the GST processor wizard. Here will show the journal entry for GST on delivery order. You may click Finish in order to generate the GST return. Kindly click Finish. Once you click Finish, the system will prompt out GST on DO must be generated after 21 days of end of period. If not, the result of the GST processor will be inaccurate. Kindly click Yes to continue and click Yes to generate the GST return. Here is the GST return. You may click on Outstanding DO. Here will show the DO2, which is the DO that transferred to invoice more than 21 days. You may double-click on the journal entry document number in order to view the journal entry. You may see the system will generate this journal on DO2 date to account for output tax. So it will debit your GST on DO and credit your sales account. It means your output tax for August taxable period will be increased. You may double-click on the document number if you want to view the details of DO2. This is the details of DO2. In the subsequent taxable period, on the date of invoice where DO2 is transferred to, a reverse journal entry will be generated to offset the total output tax posted from the invoice. Kindly click Commit in order to run for subsequent GST processor. Click Commit and key in your admin password and click OK and click Yes to commit for the GST processor for August period. Now I will run the GST processor for September in order to see how the system generates a reverse journal entry for output tax that was accounted for in August taxable period. Kindly click GST and click GST processor. Click New in order to run for the September. I will click Next until the GST on DO. This is the GST on DO. You may click Reverse Transfer DO. Here will show the invoice which is transferred from DO2. Our system will automatically generate a reverse journal entry on the invoice date. So you may click Next. Completing the GST processor wizard, here will show the journal entry for reverse GST on delivery order. Kindly click Finish. It also will prompt out this message. Kindly click Yes to continue and click Yes to generate your GST return. Here is the GST return for September. You may click Reverse Transfer DO. Here will show the invoice which is transferred from DO2. So the system will automatically generate a reverse journal entry on this invoice date. You may double-click on the journal entry document number in order to view the journal entry. So this is the reverse journal entry. It will be debit your sales account and credit the GST on DO. You also can double-click on the document number in order to get the details of the invoice. This is the details of the invoice. Besides that, you also can view the transaction drill down. You may go to Tax Summary and double-click on the local tax amount. Then you will get the transaction drill down. So this is the invoice which is transferred from DO2. Since we already paid 120 output tax on August, so the reverse journal entry will offset for the output tax. Lastly, we will advise our user that before you run the GST processor, Please make sure all of your outstanding DO have been properly transferred to invoice. This is the explanation of GST on DO. Thanks for watching.